Welcome, dear guest, friend and follower to the QUiLi Caribbean YouTube channel. If you can or can't sew, it's not a problem. Learn firsthand by world-renowned lingerie and bathing suit designer, Mr. QUiLi. He is also known for his lingerie and bathing suit easy-to-put-together patterns. We welcome novices, hobbyists, and professional sewers to this channel. Rest assured, you all will learn new tips and a nice craft. After or during the tutorial, you may also sew your lingerie and you will be amazed at how easy it really is. You may also start your own business if you wish. This is the Panty Victoria 1022. It consists of a gusset in cotton and a gusset in cotton knit. The front piece in cotton, which can also be Lycra or Polilycra, the posterior piece in elastic lace. This has an opening on the top, which is very elegant and very nice. Posterior side at the waist, we have a piece of mesh, which will have a gathered bow in the center. Start by covering the diagonal cut in the posterior pieces with fold-over elastic. First on one side and then to the other side. We start by folding the fold-over elastic and we insert it beneath the presser foot of a domestic sewing machine. In this case, we will use a 3-point zigzag stitch of 1.5 mm long and very wide. We close off a piece, we stop, and we introduce the fabric at the side of the leg, and as soon as the needle reaches the fabric, we stop. With the needle down, we take 5 cm from the presser foot to us, then we stretch the elastic 1 cm, we fold and then we pull again and we sew helping from behind. This step will also be done for the other side. Now we overlap the posterior pieces at the center back. We leave long strands which we will be using for the finishing procedure later in the video. We take the exterior gusset and match it to the exterior of the front piece. We also match the internal front piece to the internal gusset's external side, matching the internal front piece, and we overlock the three of them together. We start by folding the fold-over elastic and we insert it beneath the presser foot of a domestic sewing machine. In this case, we will use a 3-point zigzag stitch of 1.5 mm long and very wide. We close off a piece, we stop, and we introduce the fabric starting at the gusset and we continue throughout the leg, and as soon as the needle reaches the fabric, we stop. With the needle down, we take 5 cm from the presser foot to us, then we stretch the elastic 1 cm, we fold and then we pull again, and we sew helping from behind. We take 5, stretch 1, we fold, then we pull again, and we sew helping from behind. We take the gusset and match it with the posterior piece and we overlock to close off the gusset. We have the side of the panty and we have the waistband in mesh, which we will be matching starting after the fold over elastic and not on top of it, so the borders in this case will not match. Then on top of it we will put the posterior piece. Now that we've matched all three fabric pieces, we can continue to overlock them. We also could hold them in place with a pin. We start from the bottom part of the border. The strands will later be secured through a finishing procedure. Continue with sewing elastic onto the waist, and afterwards we can close off the other side. We start by basting the elastic lace of the posterior piece to the mesh with a long loose straight stitch to hold them in place. We sew at 2 cm into the waist border. We trim off the excess pieces. After folding the fold-over elastic, and we insert it beneath the presser foot of a domestic sewing machine. In this case, we will use a 3.6x stitch of 1.5 mm long and very wide. We close off a piece, we stop, and we introduce the mesh. Remember that this must sew the lace also in the elastic. And as soon as the needle reaches the fabric, we stop with the needle down. We take 5 cm from the presser foot to us. Then we stretch the elastic 1 cm, we fold, and then we pull again, and we sew helping from behind. We take 5, stretch 1, fold, pull again, and then we help from behind. We do this operation throughout the waist. We close off the side on the overlock machine, matching the front and posterior side. Remember to leave the strands, which will be secured with the finishing process. Remove the basting we just made when we matched the mesh to the posterior piece. We are going to perform the finishing procedure to the strands. We will hide it into the internal part of the seam, and we stitch it off with a 3.6x stitch of 0 mm long and very wide. I prefer doing this twice with a space in between of half a centimeter difference. Now we can trim off the excess. We repeat the same operation with the other strands. The nylon or mesh fabric, which was used for the posterior waist, I'm going to pass this piece of thread for the gathering of the fabric. We tie it up in the center with a double or triple knot to secure it and cut it. I've made a bigger bow by hand and hand stitched it. Now we take a regular decorative bow and we center it to the other one, so that it will look bigger. This panty is perfect for a honeymoon or a repetition of the honeymoon at home. We secure them to the gathered piece with a 3.6x stitch of 0 mm long and 3 mm wide. If you wish, you could also add a decorative bow in the center front, using the same stitch we just have used for the rear decorative bow. This is the completed project. It wasn't that difficult after all, right? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we invite you to follow our Facebook page and to visit our website. The relevant information will be found in the description box below.